everyone. So thanks for calling me to talk regarding personal branding for MBA students. And I actually thank KOT College and KBS Knowledge Business School for inviting me to this particular webinar on digital personal branding for MBA students. And thank you all for this particular invitation. So I just wanted to share some knowledge and some tools and techniques related to how do you build your personal profile. So everyone in the industry, they wanted to they wanted to brand, because at the end of the day, the college you are coming and studying, and at the end of the day you are also selling yourself. So even engineering graduate or an MBA graduate, everybody has to sell themselves. So the one way of doing is through a resume. So you'll be preparing a resume, so where you'll be mentioning about your achievements and your details regarding your parents and maybe your whatever you have done as a projects and other stuff you'll be mentioning. But when it comes to professional networking, so the LinkedIn becomes a major part. There are a lot of social networking sites are available, like Facebook or Twitter or Quora or LinkedIn and all those stuff. But we primarily going to focus here LinkedIn, because LinkedIn is a professional networking site. So MBA is more of a professional degree. So where you are going to manage and you are going to interact with the professionals. You will be meeting your clients, or you will be meeting your your superiors and everybody. So professionally we have to build ourselves. So the professional branding is very much important. So here today we're going to talk about how do you build your digital profile using LinkedIn, and also I will be also giving you some brief details regarding how do you go about preparing video resumes, because nowadays the trend is moving from a text-based resumes to video resume, where the employers now wanted to see your see you in the action in the video, to understand about your characteristics and your dynamism and everything. So I'll be giving you some brief about video resume as well. So if you guys wanted to take down some of the points as a notes, so you can take some of the points as a notes as well. Okay. So to start with, we're going to start as a LinkedIn. I hope most of you guys will be having a LinkedIn account. So the first and foremost thing, you have created the LinkedIn account. If whoever is not created a LinkedIn account, they should be having a LinkedIn account right now, because they should after this session they should go ahead and create, and then have a full-fledged profile. So that is very much important for professional students. Okay. So I'll be sharing you right now on a small document to take you through how I hope everybody is able to see the document.
Yes, sir.
So in this thing, if you are seeing, this is a checklist. So first and foremost thing is, whenever you create a LinkedIn profile, the profile should be 100%. You have to create the profile in such a way that every detail is given in the profile. So why? Because if you are approaching somebody, okay, so then they will be seeing first of all your profile. What is your profile picture? If you don't have a profile picture, first of all, so they will feel it is a fake profile or spam. So they will not be able to so you have to put some authentic profile picture. So everything has a meaning in case of LinkedIn. You cannot just like that put some photo or something, what you are putting it in the Facebook or something. So this is a professional networking site. So you have to keep a professional photograph. So when it comes to a photo here. Okay. So if you see, right now I'm just showing you as one of the model of one of the model profile. So here the photo doesn't have to be a fancy. So that means you cannot put a lot of people in Facebook keep some heroine picture or hero picture or whatever. But here it doesn't make any sense to keep other people picture, because it represents yourself. So you have to keep your picture. So your photo need not to be a fancy one. It has to be a professional, with a professional dressings. So you can have we have to wear a nice shirt and then take a picture, and don't forget to smile during the picture, so that it makes a good appealing when you are sending a connection request to someone. Okay, so whenever there are a lot of people might come to your business school for delivering lectures or maybe like guest lectures, seminars, and all those stuff. So whenever they finish your guest lecture or something, automatically you have to go and type their names in LinkedIn and then search and then get connected with them. So then it will become easy. You will be connecting with them. You can also write a post and then post it, and then you can tag that person also, so that they will be more understanding that these students are already in the LinkedIn. They are very much following the professionalism and things like that. So once you start a profile, you should have all these things. 100% full profile has to be there. So this is the profile checklist. So first thing is a photo. Second thing is your headline. So what is going to be a headline you're going to keep? If you wanted to become a product manager, if you wanted to become a marketing manager, if you wanted to become a finance manager, so accordingly you have to mention, I'm searching for an internship in a finance industry, or searching for an internship in marketing, like that. So headline, tell the people what you are excited about now and what you want to do in the future. Okay, so that is also very important. Hello.
Yes sir. Sir,
நீங்க மியூட் பண்ணுங்க, உங்களுடைய மைக்க மியூட் பண்ணுங்க கோடீஸ்வரன்.
கோடீஸ்வரன், your voice கேட்டுட்டே இருக்கு, உங்களோட வாய்ஸ்.
Kodiswaran has to mute his mic.
So yes sir.
Kodiswaran?
Okay. Yes sir.
Please continue sir.
So the headline is very important. So what you are doing currently, what you want to do in the future. So that is has to be mentioned very clearly. So then a summary about yourself, a brief summary of what to tell about yourself. So that is what you are putting here, because it is not because here LinkedIn right now becomes the most prominent tool for recruiting also. So a lot of companies are recruiting through LinkedIn nowadays. So this profile will be speaking for you. No, you are not speaking for yourself. The profile is going to speak for yourself. So you'll have to mention about your brief summary, like what motivates you, what is your skill level at, what you wanted to do next. So these kind of things you want to mention it in your summary. Okay. So the experiences. So list on all the experiences. It can be a simple club experiences. You might have a marketing club in your college. You might have a HR club. You might have a finance club in your college. You are a vice chairman or chairperson of a particular club or something. So mention over there. Clearly mention over what exactly you have done. I'm chairman of this particular club. KBS, this particular club. So what is the activity you conducted? What is the activity? I organized some webinars. I organized some conferences. I was coordinating the club for a lot of activities. So what kind of a responsibility you took? So that responsibility also you should mention it. It can be in your school also. You are a captain for our football team. So that can also be showing your ability to lead some team. So that is also any kind of experience, a valid experience, which you can talk about it. You can just briefly mention about that in the experience column. So and then if you have any certification or if you have any photographs or maybe during the particular experience your profile is being got published in a newspaper and any articles, you can add that also. That will be more credible for the other people when they are coming and seeing your profile. Okay, so that is one thing you need to keep in mind when you are putting an experience. So and also when you put an experience, try to put different roles and responsibilities in the column. Okay, so in the responsibility column, what are the responsibilities you took? So if it is a past one, that means the experience is the past one, then you should write accordingly a past tense. So you should write your English or grammatical thing has to be in a past tense format. So if you are doing a current role, if you are currently a marketing manager at one particular company or currently an intern at a particular firm, so what exactly you are doing currently? So that has to be mentioned accordingly, because whenever a person comes, a recruiter comes and see your profile, they will see all these things, right? So first thing is a profile building. The profile has to be 100% efficient. Okay. And the organizations. So any club you are there, or if you have any club like Rotaract Club, or maybe if you are there in Toastmaster Club or some other club you are being part of. So those kind of Red Ribbon Club or whatever maybe like. So that you have to mention it in the organizations thing. So what the organizations you have been part of. So the clubs you have been part of in your college. So that also you can mention it over here actually. And next comes to the education. So education also mention everything of education. You have a list of college, school, what exactly you have done, what is the study you have done. So those things also I can mention about. And volunteering experiences, any cause you are following. Maybe I'm a kind of a vegetarian, so I will be following PETA, or maybe I am following different things. You can mention about that. Any volunteer experience. I am also in touch with the local NGO to volunteer. So that way, so that it shows your social profile as also, how you are, how well you are connected with your society or local community for volunteering and other stuffs. Okay, so that kind of thing also I can mention. And the other very much important part when it comes to LinkedIn is skills and expertise. So if you are focusing that, I am going to be a HR professional, I am going to be a marketing professional, I am going to be a product manager. So then you have to accordingly specify what is your core skills. Okay, so I am very good at finance modeling. I'm very good at digital marketing. I'm very good at social media marketing. So you have to mention there are a lot of skills given in the LinkedIn. So you have to specify that. You have to specify what is your topmost skills. Okay, and one of the other important thing is you are specifying the skills, but at the same time you need to also get endorsements for that particular skills. So endorsement can be done from your colleagues in your colleges also, whoever has been part of your MBA batches. So they can also endorse you. You can also endorse them. So that shows this guy is really good in this particular particular aspect. So that way it will be like showing them. So that way you have to add some skills and expertise and try to get endorsements for that. So that the top endorsements you are getting for a particular skill, that will be shown as the first in your profile. Okay, and if you have any honors, like you are a school first in 10th or +1 +2, or you are like you have got some awards in your college, best student award, or maybe if you have went to some hackathons or business challenges and you won some awards. So mention about your honors also, what kind of honors who was a body which was awarding the awards and everything. So that things and all you can put it over here. So try to put maximum of whatever you have done and everything into this, so that the profile will be complete. So whenever you start creating your LinkedIn profile, the LinkedIn itself will show you your profile is 50% complete, 80% complete and all those stuff. But until your profile shows that is 100% complete, your profile is still incomplete. So you cannot share with your recruiters and other people. So try to create a 100% complete profile is the first thing when you wanted to create your digital presence in the LinkedIn or any other platforms. So then you put up a courses, and what are the courses you took? Your MBA college, like maybe Knowledge Business School. So then you can put up your maybe Knowledge Business School. Business School should have a LinkedIn page first of all. So Knowledge Business School should have a LinkedIn page, and that has to be linked to your your profile. So that what happened, that will be giving you more advantage, because you can search your alumni also. You can search your alumni in LinkedIn. Who are your batchmates? Who are your seniors? So if they are working in a company like GSK or PNG or something in the future, if they are working, you can communicate with them for references in the future. So that way, LinkedIn connecting your education institution also is very much important in LinkedIn. So that will also show your credibility to other people also. You have come from Knowledge Business School. Okay, that's one of the top business school in the Tamil Nadu. So that way the college profile will also increase. So mention about your college, and then what kind of subjects you took, what kind of specialization you took. I took a specialization of entrepreneurship. So in exactly what kind of projects you took. So next thing is the projects. So you can add your projects, and you can add your project team members also. Like I worked on this particular project along with 2 of my friends. So they will also be in the LinkedIn. So they will also put the team members, and also these kind of things you should start creating a thing in the projects also. So this is how you have to create the profile. So the profile has to be very well managed, and 100% full it has to be. Then only the recruiters or employers or any person who you wanted to connect professionally will be able to see all these things, and then see your credibility also. So your credibility level will get increased. So the next thing is recommendations. That is another important part. So when it comes to recommendations, so if example your professors are there in LinkedIn, so you will get connected with them, and then as a student, how do you are recommending, how your professor will recommend you. So you might, if you are applying for higher studies or something, people will normally go for recommendation letters. So but in case of LinkedIn, how many recommendations you can, whatever, if you are going for internship in a company and you wanted to get letter or recommendation on LinkedIn from your mentor, who is your mentor in the company. So that shows a proof that whatever the credentials you put down over there, that is being aided by the recommendation by the company's person itself. So that will create a more more authentication for your profile as well. So recommendation, getting a recommendation is very much important. Even as a college student right now, you can ask the recommendation from your college faculties, or you can ask a recommendation from your students also, fellow batchmates. So who knows about yourself, your strength and weakness and everything. So they can recommend on you in the LinkedIn. So this is how the profile, the first and foremost thing when you are creating a LinkedIn account, you need to first of all check whether all these elements 100% fulfill in your profile or not. So that is very much important when it comes to profiling. That is one thing I just wanted to share. Right now I will also show you a sample profile. Maybe I will show you my profile. How does my profile looks, and then what are the things I put up over there and everything. So when you type your name in your Google, so you should, first thing for me it coming as a my LinkedIn profile only on the top of the page. So when I am typing my name, just a second, I'm sharing. So this is how the personal branding does. So when I typed Krupagaran, so it shows me LinkedIn profile in the very first things, and I was active on Quora. So it shows Quora as well, right? So similarly, you have to be focusing on your personal brand building, right? Which platforms you're going to choose. Even one or the other very good platform for MBA students is Quora. So answering questions for other people, becoming a star writer in Quora is also another advantage actually. If you wanted to become a content writer, if you wanted to become a blogger, if you wanted to become an inbound marketing specialist, then Quora will be an additional tool where you will be able to gain a lot of knowledge on that. So this is my profile. So if you see, I have mentioned about my details. Okay, so I am providing these kind of services. I mentioned about a brief about myself. So I can also feature. So I have featured as of now my company's page, company's website. See here I have mentioned the first one foremost thing. So what is currently I am. So I have mentioned here I have aided some of the news articles also. Deccan Chronicle article, Higher Education magazine. So all this stuff. So one of the article published in Andhra Pradesh. So regarding our training programs. So I have mentioned this for better credibility. So I have mentioned all these things. What is points? What I am doing in the startup? What I am managing? What are my roles and responsibilities? Whatever, I have been part of one of the e-learning organization from Australia. So what I was doing in that particular thing. So list down all your, experiences, whatever you get. I was a TA and BFA MOPA fellowship I got from TIE, the Indus Entrepreneurs. So I mentioned about that, what exactly I have prepared and all those stuff. So then education, I mentioned about my education, what exactly I have done during that particular education. That also I mentioned. I attended the Stanford SEED program, and I attended this. I have done postgraduate diploma in leadership and innovation. So those things I have mentioned about this. So what kind of licenses I have done? I have done licenses on recruitment by Opto. It's one of the international recruitment tests. So then skill comes into place. So I have just shown you a lot of skills. So most of the people in my connections are engrossed for me in LinkedIn, LinkedIn on entrepreneurship, business development, leadership. So these kind of things. So I got around 100 people engrossing my skill on entrepreneurship. So this shows what is your major skill upon. So what is your skill? So I got almost 23 recommendations for my profile. So who has been worked with me, who I worked with them. So in the previous thing, so they are giving me a recommendation. So that will be more of a good thing for you. So what kind of a courses I took? I list down all the courses. Maybe in my undergraduation what I took, in my post graduation what I took. So what is my interest areas? What kind of an awards I took? So these what kind of languages you speak? What kind of publications you have done? So all these stuffs you have to mention it down. So in this way, your profile will be fully, your profile will be fulfilled actually. So that whenever any person comes and sees your profile, they will feel more authenticated. So then comes a lot of you can say then comes a lot of profile building. How I will be I created the good profile. How I will be going out and then sending a connection request. The first and foremost thing is, since you are a student, so what you can do is go over the person coming to your whether you should be first of all go over the faculties or maybe your principals or vice principals or directors are, most of them are very well will be on their LinkedIn platform already. So you should be getting connected with them first. So you should be communicating with them also. You should start writing articles. So say for example one of the expert coming to your college for delivering a guest lecture or kind of a workshop. So then you should be mentioning about your learning experiences as an article in LinkedIn. So that will also talk about your writing skills as well. So that way you should be able to build your personal branding through LinkedIn as a platform. So then there is a possibility that you can actually search for your take an example, you can say internships through LinkedIn or job placements through LinkedIn. So I will also show you right now. I think KOT is there in LinkedIn, I think. Searching the KOT in LinkedIn. So a lot of students have given just a second. I'll be telling you right now about how do you, how you can actually go about finding your alumni connections. How do you start building connections? So in case in LinkedIn, how do you go about finding connections? So this is what I wanted to tell you. Sir, can anyone can share this LinkedIn profile of our college? Hello, sir. It's there, sir. Found it. See, right now you can see Knowledge Institute of Technology, Salem, Tamil Nadu. It is showing a premier engineering institution like that. I think KBS Knowledge Business School is not there in LinkedIn. So you can see there are 3,000, you can see like around 3,553 people as the followers to the page. And almost you can see 3,784 plus alumni. Alumni is there in this college, right? So when you comes to this, if you have a knowledge business school page also, you will be able to see what is your seniors are doing. You will be able to categorize your people, like how many of your students went out of the college, were able to work for this particular company. You will be able to see all those stuffs. Okay, so see 817 alumni graduated in 2014. So like that, so 63 alumni was working in business development. So there are a lot of insights you will get actually. So you can, even college management can utilize this particular information to gather where their alumni are working, what are the companies they are working. So you can call upon them for a guest lecture, or you can connect them for recruitments in the future. Maybe some of your students will be as a manager or senior manager in the different companies. So that is also one of the good things to start with. Once you build the profile, start connecting with the appropriate people. So to connect with, when you are connecting, so you cannot randomly, it is not Facebook or it is not other things, so randomly give a friend request for everybody, right? Instead of that, do some meaningful things through a platform. So through a platform, so how do you do it? So the college page also will be helpful for you, where you will be go and see your alumni who is already available. So if a college is able to tell all their students to make a LinkedIn profile and put their college things, so automatically everybody will be in your college will be on LinkedIn, and that will show your. It will be a kind of an alumni engagement for college management also, and you will also get a lot of data instead of calling them individual person, like asking them what kind of a job they are doing or things like that. They can get all their insights from here itself. So. So the first profile, the second thing is get meaningful connections. So you should get meaningful connections in LinkedIn. Connections, nothing but your batchmates, your college mates, or your professors. So then the people who comes to your college for guest lectures or seminars or conferences. So connect with them and then understand what they're doing. Say for example, click on this alumni. Say for example, I'm seeing like all the employees in the LinkedIn. Knowledge college employees also mentioned. Like if I'm going there, I can able to see a lot of employees. Maybe PSSR profile is there. So similarly, a lot of professors are also there. So you can connect with your professors also on the LinkedIn. So their network also, they will be connected with some company personals. So through that, you will be able to connect with other people also, right? So like that, build a meaningful connections. So try to connect with maybe connect with your undergraduate friends. They might work with some other organization. You might get some references in the future when you are applying for job and other things. And the next thing would be, if I'm clicking alumni, then I will be able to see the alumni of this particular college. See the start year is we have a years also. You can see like where they are working, where they work, HTL technologies. So something like that. One are where they live. One of them are from Chinchwad area also, like Pune. Some people are working. So that way, you will be able to see all your alumni below. Like Arjun Bharat, you see like software engineer from HTL. So he is working. So that way, you will be able to build meaningful connections. Who will be able to refer you for jobs or refer you for internships in their companies or organizations. So that way you will be able to start building your own job search and other things. Using that, you will be through LinkedIn, you will be able to search jobs as well. See on the top, I am seeing job, my network and jobs and messaging and all those stuff. And also whenever you are sending a connection request to somebody, say for example, a connection request to an alumni or someone. So you have to customize the message. See, LinkedIn normally gives you a random access. That means you just click on the connect button, then it will directly send you. I would like to connect you in my LinkedIn network, like that. It will send a message. but that is not enough. You should give a personal connect to the people. So the personal connect means if you are sending a request to your alumni, you have to just mention about dear that name. Then you have to customize the message, I heard from one of our professor that you are a very active student during college days, so I would get some insight from your side, so kindly guide me through process. Now I'm studying a first year MBA in knowledge business school. So that way personalize a message for a person, so that will give an added value, so that person who is receiving your message will also be getting better, getting to know about yourself better. Okay, so that way add some personal messages also when you are sending a connection request to anybody, even a person who comes to your college for delivering a guest lecture. You add, your guest lecture was very much informative, I learned a lot of things from you, I wanted to stay in touch with you, so that I can improvise my skills through your articles and LinkedIn other stuff. So that way give some personalized connection, so that will be that will also be very well, that will also be giving a very well personal connection for the connector also. Okay, so don't give just random connection request. So instead of that, it is better to connect with some custom messages. Okay, so the other one is start writing articles. In LinkedIn, there is a option for writing blog articles. So the one of the main thing for MBA student is writing articles. So whatever maybe happens in your colleges, right now the webinar happens. So write down about the webinar. So what you gained out of this webinar. So publish it in the LinkedIn. Maybe I am also there in LinkedIn, so you can connect me. I have done a webinar from Kripakaran, and then this is my key points or key takeaways from the webinar. So like that, write down some articles in LinkedIn and share it with your connections, so that the connections will also feel that if you are applying through LinkedIn for a job, they will not just like that recruit. They will also go and see your articles, what exactly you are talking about. If you say that in the profile, if you talk about I'm a product guy, I am a digital marketer, like that if you mention, and if you are writing an article about something else, it might be contradictory. So if you say that digital marketing, then you will be start writing about how do you go about doing a customer insights, how do you gather customer insights from Facebook or Instagram or Quora or whatever. So write an article about that. Your projects, you might done a project, so write a project articles, what the learning outcomes of your projects. So I have done this particular project, I have gained output from this. If you wanted to know more about this project, you can feel free to reach out to me. I will share the more customer insights on this particular project. Like that, you can share something, so that your recruiters, whenever you go for recruiters or employees also, the employers also, they will be able to see all these stuffs. They will be able to see, okay, this person is active, he is writing something. Okay, so that way, write articles about your experiences, your internship experience, the experiences you had during your college days, maybe during your like these kind of webinars. So write about that article, so that articles will actually reach your profile even more, even to more people, right? So write about that, post something, so that will be start building your personal profile, right? So I also just wanted to show you another maybe another file for MBA, primarily for building better profile. See, if you see, how do you get started? Whatever I explained will be there, and whenever you are getting into broadcasting and also try to, there are minute things are there in case of LinkedIn. So you can, once you start exploring the platform, you will be able to understand all these steps. Okay. So you have to mention, user space provides, explain clearly about your career changes. Okay. So, and even you can actually, if you have created a well-built profile in LinkedIn, you can actually download that as a resume also. There is an option to download. If you download, the entire profile will be downloaded, and you can cut short and prepare your resume easily. If you are able to create your profile very well, you can download it and then convert it into a Word document and then edit, and then your resume will be ready. So that way you create your own resume from the LinkedIn. That is also possible. Okay. See the headline, whatever I already told you, the photo and the headline, you mentioned about headline, primary, it's a kind of prime real estate in case of LinkedIn. So 120 characters, mention about that. Okay, you can also mention about right now like MBA candidate at Knowledge Business School, something like that, right? So you can also create a custom URL. And one more thing also, whenever you are creating a profile, right, random profile will be created. So instead of that, if I'm say my name is like Krupagaran, means I'll be creating like in.linkedin.com/Krupagaran. So like that, I'll be having a URL. So whenever I'm sharing it with anybody, the URL doesn't look like UTM code and all those stuff. So not unnecessary things. So if you create a profile under your name, say for example your name is Selvam or maybe like anything, so you can just add it up. You can create. So you can go to your profile, edit, and next to your current URL under your picture, you will be able to edit your URL also. Okay, so that you can share common URL with everybody, so that whenever somebody types your name also in Google, your LinkedIn profile will come in the top actually. Okay, so explain about your cover letter, theme, and all those stuff. Explain about that, keywords, functions. Attach some PPTs or PowerPoints which talk about your, or videos which talk about your strength and other things, or maybe which will showcase that you are a talented compared to other people. So update those things in the profile section. How I have updated newspaper articles or magazine articles about myself. Similarly, you guys can able to add more things for yourself, right? And experience and education. So these things, and skills and recommendations. So whatever I told you, I shown you my profile also. Similarly, I try to get some recommendations also, internship recommendations, professors recommendations. So then your colleagues recommendations. Those things are very much important. Okay. So groups and whatever the college you are being, you should follow your college. You should follow your company page. If you are doing internship in something, you follow the company internship page and your company page in the LinkedIn. So that will be giving you connections inside the company also. Okay, so that way try to try to build that. Okay, so and I also wanted to share you some sort of a exposure towards to video resume also, because Stephens are also requested me that there are trend of video resumes coming up. So what exactly is video resume? Nowadays what happened? All the companies are seeing your hard copy of resume. Okay, they are seeing that. But you can even create a video resume and upload it in your LinkedIn profile also. Under the summary page, there is an option to upload your video also. So when you are doing a video resume, you should keep something in mind. So whatever resume details you have mentioned, you should not again and again mention the same thing in your video resume. Video resume is mainly created to see your personality, how dynamic you are. Okay, so how is your communication skill? So how you are presenting yourself. So those things the recruiters want to see. So if you wanted to create a video resume, so first of all, dress neatly and be in a correct environment. And what you can say is and grammatically prepare your speech first of all. So what exactly you want to do. So prepare that speech and then practice it before taking that video, so that you will be able to create a very good video resume as well. So normally the video resume should not go beyond 60 seconds to 120 seconds. So that means 1 minute to 2 minutes. It's not more than that. Some companies even specifically mention that don't go beyond 60 seconds or 75 seconds or 90 seconds like that. So you should make sure that according to the companies you can create also, or the optimum time period for video resume would be 60 seconds to 120 seconds. So that is the normal time period for a video resume. So talk about your strength. Introduce yourself first in the video resume. So don't introduce I am this thing, I am that thing. So instead of that, you just say my name is Krupagaran and I am from this particular place. I am working on this particular thing, or I am a student, I am graduate at this KBS Knowledge Business School, like that. So then go about talking about your strength. I am very good in marketing. I obtained some skills on Udemy or Udacity or something as a certifications you can add on. So and then talk about it. So I have worked on a very good project on marketing. I done a summer internship with this particular company, wherein I have brought a lot of inputs for that particular company. So talk about that, and I can be a very good asset. So finally, what value you will add to that particular company. So that is what the company also look for. So finally, you have to talk about it, how I can add more value to your organization. So you talk about that for 20-30 seconds. So say them about how my skills and my abilities will be adding a value for your company if you recruit me. So then thank that particular person, thank for this opportunity, thank them, and then close the video resume. So normally it is like this. Okay, so the video resume also. Yeah, so this is about the video resume also. So right now, most of the things I have covered right now. So if you have any sort of a doubts, maybe I can also take up, first of all, create a full-fledged profile, LinkedIn profile. If you want to have any feedback on LinkedIn profile of yours, you can actually reach out to me in my LinkedIn as well. I've shown you my LinkedIn profile already. So if you can able to connect me through LinkedIn and show me your, share me your profile in a message, I'll be able to go through your profile and then give you some more guidelines also after the session. Okay. So plus you can also create entire thing. Create entire your profile and share it with me 100% full profile as well. That you can take it as an assignment after this particular session as well. So create the profile and then share it with me, the link. I can share my inputs also on top of that. And even you can also start recording your video resume. There are a lot of things about video resume, like sample video resumes are available online as well in YouTube. You can go and search the sample video resumes. You'll be able to find a lot of things. So based on that, you try to make one video resume and upload it into your LinkedIn itself, so that I'll be able to review your video resume as well. So I'm open for questions now. So if anybody has any questions, you can throw it.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Kribakaran, sir. Thank you. It was a nice session, sir. It was a nice session. LinkedIn profile and video resume. Quite interesting is that you were able to hear me, sir?
Yes, sir, I can hear you.
Quite interesting is that you have asked the students to make this as an assignment. That's quite interesting. Okay, because there will be outcome always for an activity. Likewise, they will listen to a lecture. You also ask them to prepare this LinkedIn profile and video resume as an assignment, and they also get connected to you in case they want any corrections. Thank you, sir. Buddhiswaran students may ask any questions to Kribakaran sir to clarify. So to begin with, sir, hello, sir.
Hi, sir.
This is Stephen. So to begin with, you told whenever students fill their profile in the LinkedIn, it will mention you created a profile to this extent. The profile has to be complete, you told.
Yes.
Okay, sir. When you spoke about the skills and expertise column, you asked the students to take engrossments.
Yes.
Whether they can take the engrossments from students, sir?
Yes, sir. Anybody, their fellow students, batchmates, or their professors, anybody who knows about that person. Yes, this person is very good with public speaking, or this person is very good with digital marketing. So then that person can go and enroll for that particular thing, particular skill.
Okay. Whenever LinkedIn profile is viewed for intern or employment, they will try to compare the profile with these engrossments. Am I right, sir?
Even if you are going for applying through a jobs in LinkedIn, so the employer already given some skill sets. These kind of skill sets I'm expecting from the employee. So what happens? The LinkedIn automatically matches that. Whenever you are going and applying for jobs in LinkedIn, it automatically matches that. You are if they are given them 10 different skills, and they will be able to see the you will be able to see that your skill is like 5 out of 10 is matched for this particular role, or 8 out of 10 is matched for this particular role. So that way you will be able to see it in the LinkedIn itself. So that is there. So if you are putting your right skill sets in the LinkedIn, you will be able to see very clearly that whether this job role is for me or not from that itself. If you have around 8 skills, if they requested 8 skills, if you have out of the 10 they requested, then your profile they will be definitely looking at your profile. So that way. So then LinkedIn, using for LinkedIn as a recruitment is again another big things to take. We can take that another webinar also.
Sure, sir. So another question to you, sir. Hello, sir.
Hi, sir.
How do you differentiate these engrossments and recommendations, sir, in students' point of view? for example, MBA student, he starts making the LinkedIn profile. How do you differentiate these endorsements and recommendation?
Sir, endorsements is for endorsements is for particular skill. It can be an endorsement for Microsoft Excel also. This person knows about Excel. He is very good with Microsoft Excel, or maybe PowerPoint, or maybe anything, any generalized skills or any tools also. But when it comes to recommendation is more of a personal feeling or a personal thing about that particular person. Say, for example, he is a co-worker. He might be seeing you for last 2 years working in the same company. He might be knowing about your characteristics. So that shows the employer, your potential employer, how this person is. Other people might have shared the recommendation. So if 10 people, minimum you should get some 10 recommendations. If you have it in your LinkedIn profile, that is very good actually. So if you have 10 recommendations from your colleagues or workers and everything, that will show the value of your profile. Okay, this person is like most valid in this context. So that is what is a recommendation for. Endorsement is for I should show you skills. I listed more than 25-30 skills, but people are recommending for me most for entrepreneurship. Okay, business creation is good at, business development is good at, so leadership is good at. So that way people are sending endorsements.
Okay,
so endorsements, actually we cannot ask endorsements for other people, but recommendation you can ask recommendation. See, what you can do is you can go to a particular person and in the message you can tell them that endorse me for this particular skill. Like that you can ask them. But and LinkedIn itself promote also. If you endorse for other people, LinkedIn will automatically recommend that you endorse for Stephen sir on this particular teaching pedagogy, or maybe like administration and all that. Like that, if I am endorsing your skills, automatically it will ask you to endorse my skills also, and particularly what area you are looking at. So endorsements are just skill based, but recommendations are more of a personal, personal understanding of the person.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Koteeswaran, any questions from participants?
Yes, sir. Dear
They can ask,
you can ask question, you can post, you can unmute and ask question, one by one.
Good afternoon, sir.
You can post question.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, great.
So this is Keith Nath from first year MBA.
Yes.
So you said about the video resume, right, sir?
Yes.
And you said that in that we just want to mention the stuffs like introduce yourself, strength, and all. Apart from that, what are the stuffs we just want to mention in that video resume?
See,
like
video resume is primarily, you should not mention more of what you already mentioned in your resume, because you are already given a resume to the employer.
Okay, sir.
So employer already knows that you have these things. So whatever you are not specified in the resume, you need to talk about it. Maybe your passion, maybe your strength. I am good at this particular thing. I have some sort of if you say that I have a good leadership skills in video resume. To aid that, you will say that I am also a club chairperson in my finance club in my college, or maybe I coordinated a conference, management conference in my college. So that shows your leadership thing also. You are saying something, and you are also aiding some factual proof also, saying that this is I have done. But everything you have to keep it short and sweet, within 60 to 90 seconds, or maybe maximum of 2 minutes or 120 seconds, right? And you can talk about why the company should recruit you. So what is the value you will be bringing to the company or the employer? So that is very important in the video resume. So last 40 to 50 seconds you should mention about what value you bring for the employer. So that is also very much important actually, because that you will not be mentioning in the normal resume. So here you will be mentioning what value, if I join your organization, what value I will bring in, what value I will add to your organization. So that is very much important in the video resume.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
And also thanking the things and closing the things. So the opening and closing should be proper. There are a lot of these things are available. Like a lot of video resume samples are available. So you can go ahead and do that, and that is the reason I gave it to you as an assignment, so that you can do it and then start refining it. You are in first year, so the whole year is there for you to refine and filter, and then make a very good resume at the second year actually. So
Okay,
whenever
sir.
your placement department is going for next to approach any employers, they will actually, instead of sharing profile of your hard copy of your resumes, they will be actually send a video resumes of yourself to the HRs. So they will actually, HRs will get impressed. Okay, good. This is another additional feature which I am getting from the college. That's it.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Good evening, sir. This is Deepika, sir.
Yeah, Deepika.
Sir, apart from profile updation, what is the thing that employer sees, sir?
Apart from the
Sir, apart from the profile updation, what is the thing that employer expects, sir?
in general, you are asking about.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so in general, employers look for your communication skill. That is very much important. How do you your public speaking? So you should actually improvise your public speaking skills, and most importantly, problem solving abilities. So you know particular skills and everything, but how do you put that tools and skills? Maybe if you are taking a specialization of HR, so HR has HR analytics, then you have a SaaS tool or something like that. So how do you use the tool to come up with data interpretation? How do you do a data interpretation? How do you do some surveys? In case of HR means if you are going for marketing, then how do you do a market research? So the projects also add a much value for your profile. The employees see the project also, whether the project has any real impact for whatever the projects you have done. If it has any real impact, whether you have collected data in a real time, whether how do you interpret the data, how do you present the project. So what is the end result you got out of the project, which that the employer can utilize in the future or not. So those kind of skills also primarily the companies look for, the employers look for actually. So the project is also a major thing. Project, and whenever you are choosing something also, your specialization also, you should choose as per your strength and weaknesses and your skill level. You cannot choose some specialization saying that I will go into HR specialization because I will get more salary, or maybe it is a less, it is a job is very less. I cannot go for sales. But you might have inbuilt characteristics. You should understand about yourself and then do it actually. That is another important thing. And then another important thing employers see is the projects actually. So the projects, how you worked on, many applied oriented projects you worked on, and what kind of internship you have done, and what is the outcome of your internship. It doesn't mean that you have to do an internship in multinational company, MNC or something. It's not like that. If you are doing internship in a startup also, you should be in a way that you should be projecting your what is the outcome of that internship. That is very much important. So what kind of work you have done over there, that is also they will normally see in your profile.
Sir, technical skill plays a major role in choosing HR department, sir.
See, everything is becoming easy. Right now, you and me are talking through a web conference. Or else maybe our college might have asked me to come down to college as a guest lecture for half a day or something. Right? But here we are talking to everybody wants to use the technology at some point of time. Right? So technology is going to play a vital role. So in case of HR also, HR analytics, how do you interpret the data? There are 10,000 employees in an organization. How do you able to gather? You cannot sit with the paper and pencil and then see all the people, 10,000 people data and then do it, right? So then when it comes to HR, then HR analytics is required. So who are the persons in our organizations are specifically skilled to project management? So how do you able to interpret that? If I wanted to sit in front of my computer, if your CEO is asking, saying that give me a very, very good guy on project management, or maybe I wanted to make a project management team. So who are all available in my organization? Give me the name. So you cannot tell them that, okay, sir, give me 3 days of time. I will go through all 10,000 people profile and then come to you. So that is again, you are wasting your CEO's time also and wasting your time also and other organization time also, right? So in that case, you are having all the people's data on the cloud. So where you are having already analysis done on that. So when the moment he asks it, you will say that, sir, I shared with you in your email. You can go and check it out. So then you will go and check. Okay. So that kind of a thing is required. So technical skill at up to certain level is required for MBA graduates also. So if you are talking about business analyst, I want to become a business analyst. How do you become a business analyst? You cannot become a business analyst without knowing a technical skills, right? You need to know about data science. You need to know about how do you use R or Python language. to interpret your data and other things. So that is also very much important. So when you want to become, so if you are having some tools, you should be having some tools related to your domain. You should be having some technology knowledge in respect to your specialization which you are taking. So that is very important.
Thank you, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, Vinny.
Good evening, sir. I'm Shushmita from first year MBA.
Yeah, Sushmita.
Can we use the video resume while we are approaching for projects and interns, sir?
Yes, of course, you can do that as well.
Okay, sir.
You can
Sir,
even give your link to your video resume in the resume itself. In your resume on the top of it, you can give LinkedIn profile link, video resume link, and maybe anything else. If you have any about.me page, you have any personal website for yourself, or any blog for yourself. So writing blogs, I told about articles, and another one thing is writing blogs. So if you are writing blogs and you are good in content, like generating content, if you are applying for content marketing, if you are applying for inbound marketing or any sort of marketing oriented jobs, give your profile of your blogs also, so that the employer can click on the link and go and verify your video resumes, go and verify your work of generating content and everything. So that is an additional thing. So video resumes always helps. That is an additional bonus. See, there are 100 people might apply for a job. So how do you differentiate from them? So if out of 100 people from KBS, okay, right now I talked about video resume. From 100 people, some people are applying to 100 people are applying to one job. From KBS, only 2 people are applying. That 2 people will have like video resume as a part of their resume. Other people will not have. That itself will make you stand out of the other persons who's applied for their jobs, right? So automatically that added value for your profile.
okay, sir. Sir, generally in resume we have to update what are the stuffs we have did, sir. The same thing we have to do for the video resume also,
that's
sir.
what I told you again. So whatever you mentioned in your resume, again you should not talk about the same thing in your video resume. Video resume is very short. Your resume will be like 1 or 2 pages. Video resume will be like 60 to 90 seconds. So in that, see, video resumes are primarily given to the employer to understand your way of speaking, your communication skill, how do you pronounce your pronunciation skills, so your dynamism. So they wanted to understand, see yourself personally. Instead of seeing a resume, video resume will be creating more attachment for the employer to get to know about yourself. So mention about your strength and weakness. How do you add a value to that organization? If you are joining the organization, how do you add a value? So that thing is very important in case of video resume. Not whatever you mention in your normal resume, you should talk about again and again the same thing. Then is one other the same thing, right? So the video resume will aid the existing resume. Video resume is not the full functional right now in India, like saying that I will just send you video resume, from that you recruit myself. So it is not like that. So you have to send you a resume plus you add a video to make your profile even more better compared to your other people who is applying. That's it.
Okay, sir. Sir, for video resume, you asked us to refer YouTube channel, sir.
Yeah.
Is there any specific professional channels to go through, sir?
If you type video resume itself, you will be able to find out a lot of professional things. So see, another one thing is, first of all, you should know how to Google also. So you should understand who is a good content creators, whether that is coming from a lot of, in case of this COVID itself, coronavirus happened, a lot of people are just forwarding messages in WhatsApp. And how do you believe that as a person, you are working as you are going to work in an organization, you are studying a professional course. How do you differentiate the spam from the original content, right? So you will be able to see that from their content itself. If you go through one content, if the person is giving you a really good content, you can automatically take the insights from there, right?
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, hello.
Sir, good evening, sir. I'm Satya Prakash.
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Sir, first of all, thank you for this presentation, sir. I came to know importance of LinkedIn, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, and my question is whether only one social media is there for any personal branding, sir?
See, so personal branding can be done different thing, but the professional networking site, you can even see, if you do same thing in your LinkedIn, same thing you do it in your Facebook also. Facebook also has a profile. If you see my LinkedIn profile and my Facebook profile, whatever I put it in the LinkedIn, I put it in the Facebook also. But Facebook is more of a connecting with the friends and the family members and everything, right? But here LinkedIn is more of a professional networking. So what I know is professional networking is LinkedIn. So you can also create a personal website also. You can also create, there are websites like about.me. There are different websites are there wherein you can create a personal branding for yourself, personal websites. So if you wanted to become a personal brand consultant, I wanted to help you to build your personal brand and all those stuff, then you can use different tools also for that. You can create an individual one-page profile for you and all those things. So that way you can create. But as of now, one thing is good. If you are very good in LinkedIn and if you have mentioned everything in LinkedIn, if you are very strong in LinkedIn, that is sufficient to attract employers and do connections. You don't need to do a lot of things. And another one important thing will be blogs. And even that also comes along in the LinkedIn itself, writing articles. So write about your experiences, write about your things, so that will be also giving an additional value.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Hello, sir. This is Vignesh from second year.
Yeah.
Sir, first of all, thank you so much for your presentation, sir. Sir, I have two questions. First one is, say something about LinkedIn Premium. How much will be the cost for each month and what is the advantage of that?
LinkedIn is actually offering a 1 month free premium memberships.
Okay, sir.
30 days trial period. You have to give your credit card, I think, for accessing 30 days thing.
Okay,
so
sir.
So that has, whenever you are going for employment, say for example, you have finished your MBA, I wanted to search for good jobs. So then go for LinkedIn Premium and try for that 1 month. You will be able to send the personalized messages. If there are LinkedIn has three things like a first connection, second connection, third connection, like that.
Yes, sir.
Right? So you may not be able to send the messages to the third connection. Okay, so but in case of LinkedIn Premium, you will be able to send the messages to the third connection also through a Ink mail. There is an option called Ink mail. So through that, you will be able to send it to the personalized messages to them also. Right.
Okay.
So and you will be able to unlock different features in case of LinkedIn Premium. Like you can also go for jobs. There is a LinkedIn job apps also available separately. You will be able to see that and you will be able to understand.
Okay,
as I told you, if there are any of your alumni are working in the college where you are trying to get a job, so then you can use them as a reference. You can ask them to refer also. Give the reference to you. Through them, you can you can introduce them to that HR manager or any potential person in that particular organization also.
Okay, sir. I'm using LinkedIn for the past 3 years, sir, and I have more than 5K connections.
Okay, that's great.
Okay, sir.
Another post article, that is engage your connection. That is also very much important. Write about your internship experiences.
I already updated it, sir.
Yeah, so that is good then. So you start working on fine tuning your profile now. So that will be going to a next level of fine tuning the profile.
Okay, sir. And another question is, sir, I think you are certified in design thinking, sir.
Yeah.
Is design thinking only for the product based or it is applicable for the management streams?
Design thinking is actually applicable in all the areas of business. Okay, so design thinking is nothing but is a customer centered approach. Right? So that means you are designing some product or designing some solutions or designing some services for a particular customer. So as you are an MBA graduate, as an MBA primarily focusing on customers. So your customer might be a business also, your customer might be a customer also. Like you might be working both B2C and B2B, right? So when it comes to design thinking as a process, which can be implemented for creating a marketing campaign also, or it can be implemented for creating a process flow, a customer-centered process flow inside your organization to come up with some innovative solutions or for the customer problems also. Okay.
So it is meant for both product and service based.
Yeah, even IBM is very well using design thinking. Even like Accenture is using. Even TCS nowadays, who is coming for your campus recruitments, has added design thinking as a one of the core subject in their recruitment process now. If a college wants to get an accreditation from TCS, they have to teach the design thinking as a part of their their final year thing. So that if the person knows design thinking, then we will be giving a more preference for them. So it becomes a more of a innovation tool inside the organization, because lot of bigger organizations are now feeling that they are not capable, they are not able to innovate much further because they are doing a daily job. Their employees are not getting more innovative thinking process. So to create that innovation thinking also, they are using this framework actually.
Okay, sir. Fine, sir. Thank you so much for your clarification, sir.
Thank you.
Kodiswaran, any questions? Further questions?
Yes, sir. Students, anybody would you like to ask questions?
Okay, they can send a mail also and ask questions to sir. Okay, principal
Yes,
sir?
sir.
Principal sir?
Sir, I think sir is not in the.
Not in the group, Papa.
Hello, sir.
Principal
Yes,
sir is
sir.
in the
Yes,
group,
sir. It's not in the
Upulagarappa?
group, sir. I think recently he left, sir.
Okay.
So 1 minute, sir.
Okay, Pa.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, we can close the session, sir. Thank you, sir. Kribagaran, sir. Wonderful lecture. Very spontaneous, very genuine. We don't know really the time has went. It's so simple, very genuine, very clear, sir. Thank you. Thanks a lot, sir. Kodiswaran, you can say vote of thanks and close the session.
Yes, sir. Sir, sincere thanks to all of you, sir. Thank you, sir. Hello, sir. Shall we close, sir?
Okay, sir. Thanks a lot, sir.
Hello,
Thank you, students.
Thanks a lot for the opportunity, sir. So if there is anything in the future, would love to discuss with your students and staff members also.
Surely, sir. Surely.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, faculty. Thank you, all my students.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.